Hi guys, welcome to our first episode of our podcast. Today we have our co-founder, Mr. Aravind Manduva, who's gonna talk all about study abroad.
Hello, Nakshatra. This is my first experience. So I was doing a couple of, Instagram reels, more about study abroad. So as I was also part of career guidance Doordarshan. So we are coming up with this idea to really view clear picture about study abroad. And when it comes to me, Arvind, alumni CBIT. So I was into this as co-founder for the last 20 plus years. So personally handling more than 5,000 students. Overall till date in Ethapu Consulting Private Limited, nothing but I-20 fever. So we have handled more than 34,000 students for the last 20 years for five different destinations.
Okay, let's start with our first question. Does study abroad actually have a better scope for students than in India?
This is a good question, and it's a genuine thought. Comes first to students and parents. Do we really? There is a need to travel and do study abroad. Okay. So what I feel personally. Okay. So we have brilliant students. Okay, across all different study fields. Okay, and have great aspirations, students and parents. So many really thrive to do their best in IIT, JEE, or to enter into best engineering schools to do their bachelors. Or so many appear for competitive exams even after their bachelors to enter into the best premier institutions in India to add the master's programs. Okay, so I'm absolutely fine if the students are into IITs or they are into NITs or the best campuses, BHUs, or Usmania or JNU type universities across India. But imagine a student, okay, or a parent who just missed that with an whisker, like say 0.5 mark, okay, wherein we feel IITN is most successful student, but he just missed that. Then what's next? So, to my understanding, that is what study abroad provides. Okay, many schools across US. Okay, so you just check Ivy League schools or top 40 ranked universities in US. They are ranked above our IITs. Okay, if a student not able to crack but still dreams to be in the best environment to do his education, so why can't he look for study abroad? That is how study abroad got popularity in India, I am telling you. That is what I have seen as an engineering student in my earlier days, okay, till now, wherein why I can't start my academic career in the best institutions across the globe where I can get great exposure, which gives a lot of confidence in building my future career. So by seeing that, I can say we have to do study abroad.
Let's move on to our second question. What factors should a student consider before choosing their destination?
Yes. So yeah, this is again I'm telling you, so many destinations and a lot of advertisements, which creates definitely a lot of confusion among students and parents again, where to send, what to do. Okay, so while considering study abroad, okay, the first and foremost is deciding the destination. How that can be decided based on the outcome of the program if you study in that country. Okay. Again, take example US. Why US got so popularity for the last 30 years? Because of STEM related majors. Okay, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So that really driven students to go, travel, explore, and get the best outcomes what they have did in their universities. So that outcomes is very important because every student in India is traveling to invest their time and money uh, to get great exposure and at the same time the outcomes. Okay, so when you are deciding a destination and if you are belonging to STEM or engineering related, so the destination may be the US, something like that. And we know, so when it comes to UK, so financial related majors, management related majors got great score. And these days, Ireland, so I'm seeing in my experience, PharmD students, Bachelor of Pharmacy students want to really travel to Dublin, Ireland, and why they are doing it? Because of the outcomes the programs are getting, where they can be into the best pharmaceutical industries. So this is the main deciding factor for anyone who want to do study abroad. The days are over. I'm just going to follow my cousin or my sibling or my neighbor and just like reach a destination and then plan what you want to do. No. So understand about the program and the outcomes and which country is the best. Accordingly, you plan it. This is like very important point.
Let's move on to our next question. What are some of the common mistakes students do during their application process?
Yes, like every country got its own application process, but when it comes to America, it is little bit complicated. Okay, and when I speak about like say mistakes in applications, okay, first and foremost is like need to understand the programs. So it might sound similar. Okay, if you take 10 universities, every school will say Masters in Computer Science, and just don't go with that major name. Okay, so because under that, student need to really understand what is the coursework, okay, and what concentrations that university is like providing. Okay, so after seeing the coursework and the concentrations, if that matches to the uh, students interest, then first decide the schools. Okay, then start the application process. So why I am saying this is because after, like in my experience, like couple of students, good percentage, like after their admits, they realize that, oh, I want to expertise in cyber security, but in this course under computer science, cyber security is not offered. So after like spending 3 months from the date of application to the date of admission, if a student feels like, oh, this is my mistake, then we cannot do anything. Okay, so make sure what is your focus areas. Based on that, go through the coursework, decide the universities, and select universities properly. And number two, many students, especially in our Telugu speaking states, they always tend to go to a specific locations in US. Okay, if I take, okay, like in last 20 years, where our kids are going. So they go to, like say, maybe couple of cities in Texas, couple of cities in California, maybe 1 or 2 cities in Northeast, and they won't explore beyond that. But US is so big, 50 states, amazing cities, more than hundreds, 130 cities in US, which got great potential for international students, great industries even after completing their masters. So I advise many students in this line, wherein like, why always follow what your seniors, super seniors did and just want to go to the same place, and wherein like it will not really help you because that place might be saturated, where you hear only Telugu day in, day out. So what is the fun in doing study abroad? Okay, so select the places where are like our presence is little bit less, the places which are very popular. So we know Minnesota, so but hardly anybody goes to Minnesota. Just an example, I am saying it. So couple of cities like that in US, which are like not that like Denver, amazing city, less Asian population, amazing opportunities. Think like that while doing your applications. And the last is like how you prepare your letter of recommendation, SOPs. Those plays a vital role. You have to be make sure that everything is set before you actually start writing or start doing your application.
The next question is about SOPs. So, how important is SOPs compared to grades and test scores?
Yeah. So, like, question to you. So, is SOP really important?
I think it is.
Yeah. So, is it really easy to write SOP?
It is if you write it with true
That
intentions.
is what it is. Okay. SOP these days, especially after COVID, So what I am seeing is like you get plenty of samples online. And now like chat GPT playing a great role in providing amazing SOPs to the students. But that will help at the time of admission? I don't think so. Okay, so professors there, they spend a lot of time on what you have wrote in your essay. Okay, that will might become a deciding factor for you to enter into the best institutions. Okay, so in US, you know Ivy Leagues, you know top 50 schools, which are very competitive, which receives applications from across the globe. Okay, and the students who are applying, they are as competitive as you, academically, scores wise, data of applications, letter of recommendations. Where I can beat them? You can only beat by writing the best simple SOP as per your core area of interest. If you can express why you selected this school, this program, this coursework, and what's your future plans in these areas in a simple two paragraphs, which might come up to 100 words, that will be a win-win for student. Okay, so work on SOP on your own, spend like maybe couple of hours, maybe take a review from your sibling or an expert to go through the SOP and submit it, maybe with couple of recommendations. But I am telling you, SOP is very important. All the students, if you can sit for couple of hours, okay, you can get the best SOPs out of your own words. That plays great role in admission decision making. Thank you.
Next question, it is the most asked question actually. How expensive is the US for students?
Yeah. Regularly asked, okay, and one of the biggest concern among parents too. So expense to do study abroad in America. So before I say any about this, like I want to say my little story. Okay, way back when I was trying my study abroad, so SBH State Bank of Hyderabad was ready to give me only 7 lakhs to my masters in America. Okay, so that was the days where it was very tough to get education loan based on just parents' profile. Okay, so like you just imagine 7 lakhs means maybe one semester or 1.5 semesters, not more than that. Okay, why I'm saying this is because now, okay, for the last 3 years, okay, or 4 years. So what I'm observing is like this like generation who are planning study abroad, they are very fortunate kids. Okay, so why? Because public banks, state like private banks or NBFCs are coming forward, okay, to give loan up to $100,000. So $100,000 means like 84 lakh rupees for study abroad. Okay, you just imagine a student with above average profile is like not sure about financial support, but if he got an idea, genuine idea to travel and build, want to build a future career, you have like financiers ready, okay, who are ready to give that loan. So I know education abroad is expensive, but here you have to understand, without your parents' PAN card, parents' phone number, okay, parents' ITR, just based on student academic profile and the university where he is going, public, private NBFCs are all set to give you up to $100,000. Only question here is what we have to ask the student. Do you have a courage to travel, study, crack the job, okay, the best job, and pay back this 100,000 in next 6 months after your masters or not? If you believe that, don't stop. World is open for you. Travel and explore.
Next question, what type of scholarships are most accessible to Indian students?
Yes. So yeah, again, like did you? I think this is very common advertisements, especially in Instagram, where you see so many companies. Okay, so they say that study in like say US, study in Canada, study in Ireland. Again, next line is like scholarships available. So did you see that? So that is what it is like. What I feel like, I want to be very open here, okay? Wherein like after 20 years of my experience in this domain, and if I say that, hey, students come, join with us, we'll give you scholarships, okay? It sounds really good, right? So it attracts students, okay? It's a tag, marketing tag or a sales tag, but actually scholarships do available, okay? But for not everyone. So that need to be very, very clear, okay? In US, you have like different options of scholarships, from research assistantship, graduate assistantship, teaching assistantships, fellowships, out of state waivers, and few schools based on academics, they can give up to $10,000 as a scholarship, which will be distributed in 2 semesters, okay? So ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి, but not for everybody, okay? So anyone who is sitting in front of you, parent, student, if they ask about, so scholarship ఎంత వస్తుందండి, ఆఫ్టర్ స్కాలర్షిప్ మేము ఎంత ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ పెట్టాలి అంటే, మై like say advice for them is like, I ask them to plan for complete tuition and leaving. Forget about scholarship. If that happens, that is really good, sir, because it is going to save you the money. But upfront, plan tuition plus leaving. Okay, I know, I have seen, I got like great names in my mind, okay, who have cracked 3/4 of their tuition waiver. They have just traveled to US with a stipend of $24,000. Hey Arvind, how many actually traveled like that? If you ask me, it's like in our 24,000 plus success stories, I can say maybe 3%. So that is the availability of the scholarship. And for me, scholarships is like, do I got like 50% scholarship? Do I got 3/4 tuition waiver? Do I got out of state tuition waiver, where I was asked to pay as an in-state student? Again, the difference is like if like citizens there, okay, if they are paying $1,000 suppose towards the tuition, as an international we have to pay $3,000. So $1,000 is like in-state fees, out of state is like 3,000. If you get a scholarship of in-state, so you are just paying 1,000. So if you get these type of things, that I feel is like great, and it is achieved because of student academics, and maybe because of his excellent SOP, because of his excellent scores, okay? Scholarships will be there, but for not everyone. And again I am saying, so don't worry about finances. India at this moment doing great. So many banks are in front of you, and we can help you to get up to $100,000, okay? And on top of that, if you are getting scholarships, you are fortunate.
Next question, how has study abroad changed in the last 5 years?
Good question, okay? So అది నాకు కూడా వెరీ సర్ప్రైజింగ్, ఓకే? అంటే సర్ప్రైజింగ్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు స్టడీ ఇన్ యూఎస్, ఓకే? సో కోవిడ్ బిఫోర్, కోవిడ్ ఆఫ్టర్ అనేది ఒక రిఫరెన్స్ పాయింట్ అయిపోయింది మన లైఫ్ స్టైల్లో, మా జనరేషన్. డెఫినెట్గా ఏది మాట్లాడినా బిఫోర్ కోవిడ్, ఆఫ్టర్ కోవిడ్. సో బిఫోర్ కోవిడ్ వాజ్ లిటిల్ బిట్ డిఫరెంట్, ఆఫ్టర్ కోవిడ్ వాజ్ రియల్లీ very different, okay? And now at this moment, the things are moving back before COVID stage, okay? Between COVID and now, like these 5 years, lot of changes, okay? So what I feel is like all the students, even I was speaking with the students in 2022, 2023, where we had more than 90% of visa success rate. I was speaking with many students saying that you are fortunate, okay? You got like the opportunity to travel to one of the greatest countries in the world, okay? Please understand. So it will be tough if you are not really working on the skill sets which will earn you the job. And if you are in the same way, the way you are doing in undergrad, and if you are repeating the same in that environment, it is not going to help you, okay? So many success stories I am telling you in last 5 years, but again lot of concerns. Students, they have Not like everybody, but 30-40% who reached, they have not applied themselves properly. And that is clearly visible when I see a couple of Instagram posts where they say about US, their lifestyles in last 2-3 years. That is not US for me. I am telling you very clearly. I can name you so many students from Intel to Microsoft to Apple to Tesla. My students are working there. That is what I mean US, not what Insta. Couple of maybe 20-30% of saying it. Okay, this is the change happened in last 5 years. Couple of them not able to utilize it properly. Okay, but next 5 years, I'm telling you, big struggle, lot of filters, and the best is going to emerge as most successful student. So just remember this.
Is the US still a dream destination for students?
Yeah. Why like, yeah, I am asking this again to you. Why US is so crazy among students, parents? What is really driving? Maybe like at this moment, okay, a lot of negative news, just forget about that for a minute. But what is really drives students to go and study in US?
It's the American dream. We think that America is all about freedom or success.
Yes, that is what is like. It's an American dream, all about success, land of opportunities. That was America. That is America. That is going to be America. America is like one of the strongest economy in the world. You name any technology, okay? You take any technology, okay? That is from USA, okay? So what changed in last 6 months? They have realized, okay, they have issued so many visas, so many entered America, but couple of percentage is struggling. Okay, America is not happy because they are not adding value to their economy. They are living on the economy. It's a burden to them. Okay, for the students who feel they got great skill sets, so many changes happened. Okay, when I was in my college, at that time we used to carry Java in the law book, like with 300 pages. Java oste jalu, you are going to become an IT professional. Okay, from that point, okay, then like .NET framework ani, C sharp ani atla oka change వచ్చింది. Then couple of years SAP huge rush. Then couple of years వెబ్ సర్వీసెస్ అని, ఇంకేదో అని, .com అని, వెబ్ అని, అట్లా ఇప్పుడు now artificial intelligence, data structure, data science, data analytics. Why I'm saying this is like, this change happens. Technology evolves. And our students, I am telling you, they respond like anything and they become expert in that, and they grow in their professional careers like anything in US. So US not going anywhere. Only thing is required is student ready to catch this new buzz called analytics, data science, artificial intelligence, some prompt engineering, something. If you know these things, you are ready to fly across the globe.
Okay, we've come to the last question, which is what's one golden tip you would give to students who are planning to study abroad?
Yeah, so after 20 years of experience, why I-24 able to process 34,000 plus students? Why? Even I ask myself, because we always want students to succeed in their professional careers, even after their masters. Okay, whenever a student walks into our office, we always feel him like he's going to be our golden reference for future students. And we give our best counseling so that he will understand seriousness about education in abroad. Okay, that is what is required now. Okay, so I ask this question to all the students wherever I interact. Okay, so why you want to travel? Point number one. What you are going to study? Point number two. How this course, what you are going to do, going to help you for your future goals. If you know these three things, why I need to study, okay, then what program I am going to study, how this course or the program is going to help you for your future. If you know these three things, okay, if you understand these three things, then you are done. You are going to become another success story. Okay, and if you are doing your process with Etapu Consulting, I-20 Fever, one more success story is going to be added to our history books. Okay, so the success for us is like when you are into the jobs. Okay, and if you know these three things very clearly, then only you plan to travel abroad. Otherwise, I say no. Competition is very huge. Things have changed a lot. Huge. There is a huge demand on like the skill set, happening skill sets. And if a student is not fitting into that equation, he is going to struggle. Okay. And I am telling you, all like say graduates who are about to graduate from college here, they are very much capable. They can learn these technologies like that. Okay. Only thing is like the belief. If they believe, why, if they can answer these three questions, they are done. Yeah, that's my advice here.
And that's it for today's episode. Thank you, guys. And thank you, sir, for giving valuable insights and advices.
It is really good. I feel pumped up like when I speaking about study abroad and like how best like we can serve. Okay, so that we can see lot of success stories. Okay, why? Because we are seeing it for the last 20 years, and your success is our success. Okay, and we are going to come up this type of podcasts where we want to give the best information, okay, which is like understandable by students and also the parents. Okay, and anyone, so you want to interact with me, I am in the Insta at the rate I20 Arvind.I20 fever, or even you can WhatsApp me on 900 000 8844. Okay, thank you.